57 years of service, a bar he wins today from Henry Robertson. Please give a very big hand to Michael Price. Well, now one that will bring great joy to His Grace the Duke of Marlborough, because it is to a man who's given 50 years service to the Blenheim estate for his gamekeeper's duties. A man that, of course, has provided much sport for His Grace, and of course is one of the estates that has got some wonderful sport in country. He really has set very high standards, nominated by John Hoy for the Blenheim estate. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Basher for 50 years service and bar. Johnny Basher, congratulations. Great character and a man who's done his job to very, very high standards. And I bet there's some stories that His Grace and Johnny Basher could tell of some of the great sport they've had.
Sit close together. This way, chaps. Here we are. This way. Hello. Thank you very much.
So that's Johnny Basher. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give him a hand. 50 years is an enormous time of giving such great sport. Well, now nominated by Lord Clifford of Chudley from the Easterbrook estate. Delighted to welcome now Alan Easterbrook. He, 50 years service, a medal and bar this afternoon. He really very worthy of considerable recognition. Employed at the age of 16, actually by his father. He apprenticed by the then head keeper down at Chudley, by Ernest Grass, and was then instructed by his father to produce up to 600 pheasants, and of course it's gone beyond that. And again, showed huge sport down in Devon for Lord Clifford of Chudley. Ladies and gentlemen, our next presentation being made now to Alan Easterbrook, 50 years once again of very loyal and very professional, high standard service. Some great country down at the Easterbrook shoot, some high birds with some great sport. All done in a very professional way indeed by Alan Easterbrook. Well, now it's the turn of Peter Groom. Peter Groom again, 50 years from the Mostyn Estates, being nominated by Mr. Thomas. Peter actually born in Llandudno and has lived on the Mostyn Estate all his life. And for the last 42 years, with his long-suffering wife Linda, who's also been very much involved with his work. Started with vermin control when he was in primary school, and of course has gone on leaving school, started work with his underkeeper with the Mostyn Estate, and actually he has progressed to keeper and woodland manager on his father's retirement, 2,000 years. 40 years service and a medal at Blenheim in 2004, and has now gone on to 50 years with the Mostyn Estates. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the tremendous reason why Peter Groom is being given a bar this afternoon for 50 years service. Peter Groom deserves your applause. Recently decided to reduce his working week to 5 days to spend more time with his family, but again, a man who's served the Mostyn estate so very well indeed. Well, now it's to Mick Lewis from the Fonthill estate, and the fan club are with him too, from the Fonthill estate in Salisbury, Wiltshire, and Lord Margadale has nominated Mick Lewis, arrived with his family back in '85. Started off as a single-handed keeper. However, his wife Sharon played a huge role from the start, and for a number of years he actually was under his father in Sussex, who taught him all of the important classic highlights of being a head gamekeeper, and of course has gone on running his keepers and beaters and providing wonderful sport at Fonthill down near Salisbury. He really is a great example to the world of gamekeeping, and once again has provided the sort of sport that has made him the envy of many other estates around. Congratulations then to Mick Lewis from Fonthill, the nomination by Lord Margadale for Mick Lewis for 40 years medal this afternoon. Very lucky to have him as head keeper was Lord Margadale's comment, and he is very much thought of down in that part of the world. So we go now to Bernhard Moss, 46 years, currently with the Glimpton Park estate, not too far from here, but he began his keeping career at Eversholt Estate as a beat keeper, and that was back in '68. He was promoted to head keeper in 1981. He then became a head keeper at Mere Vale and Blythe Estates, where he stayed until 2003, and of course latterly, in fact since 2003, took up the position of head keeper at Glimpton Park Estate, just very close to Woodstock. Continues to lead a team of keepers, producing very, very high quality shooting for his guests. He's a man that Ray Walters has really felt very lucky to know for his enormous skills. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Bernhard Moss, 46 years and medal. The next step forward for the Gamekeepers Long Service Awards is Kieran More. 40 years, medal he wins. President Estate is Abbott's Rimpton Estate, and it is Lord de Ramsey who has made the nomination for Kieran. He's been most successful in developing a partridge shoot on heavy boulder clay soils, and at the same time increasing numbers and species of wild birds. A remarkable 40 years of achievement by Kieran More has made him a very worthy recipient of the 40-year medal. Ladies and gentlemen, Kieran More, currently with the Abbott's Rimpton Estates of Lord de Ramsey. And our last Gamekeepers Long Service Awards goes to Richard Timbrell from the Charlton Abbott's Estates, North Gloucestershire, and nominated by Tristan Bailey. Richard Trimble, 45 years, again of producing wonderful sport and producing a team that again backs up what is so necessary. To be a gamekeeper of note means you lead a team, and leadership is a very important part of that team. 45 years he's done at Charlton Abbott's, again a wonderful piece of country with great shooting, but again it's something that needs knowledge of the country, knowledge of the birds, and constant care of those birds to produce the great shooting. Richard Timbrell, ladies and gentlemen, the last of the Gamekeepers Long Service Awards from Charlton Abbott's, 45 years and a medal. From the Gamekeepers Long Service Awards, we move on to the Riverkeepers Long Service Awards. And we start with Ronald McCann, 45 years, with the Tweed Upper Henderside, and his current employer, Mr. Harris, has nominated. Been on the same beat of Upper Henderside for 41 years, and also for 7 years at the Roxburgh Estates. The past owners have included Upper Hayside, Michael Hollingday, Michael Miller, and Sandy Gilmore. In all, 48 years on that Tweed Upper Henderside has Ronald McCrath been showing great river skills and producing some great beats for the many guests. Mr. Harris with Ronald as he receives the medal for 45 years. A proud moment, and this is something that very definitely has a picture on the mantelpiece back at home, because it provides many happy memories and also too the luck and good wishes of the many who've enjoyed the fishing in that particular part of the world. So let's give a hand to Ronald McCrath from the Tweed Upper Hendersides. And so now to two more of those Riverkeepers Awards, Billy Jarek and to follow Gavin Brown. Both have served their term of great distinction on the Tweed, the famous river, and in fact Mr. Miller, who's nominated both, has nominated Billy Jack for 35 years to win a medal. So Billy Jack and Gavin Brown, both of them winning medals. 35 years for Billy Jack, 25 years for Gavin Brown, as we mentioned, put up by current employer Mr. Miller, sadly not able to make it for their distinguished work on the Tweed. But let's wish them well, and I'm sure they'll be picking up their medals on another important occasion. And our final one then for the Riverkeepers Long Service Awards is for John Reeves. John from the River Colne, obviously one of the locals here in this Long Service Awards for Riverkeepers. 50 years John has been applying his wonderful skills on the River Colne, and Peter Hewson has nominated him. Colne, of course, in Gloucestershire, Colne St Allwards, and he's worked on the famous Williamstrip estate all his career. His initial focus was on the forestry side of the estate, and in his recent retirement party he calculated he planted over 250,000 trees during more than 45 years that he's worked there. But John's greatest love has been the River Colne, where he's committed many hours and much hard work to create an idyllic fishing environment. Over the years he's worked with the Environment Agency to improve the flow, create and improve natural habitat for fish and fly life, and to make his Stretch River a perfect environment for fishermen. He's certainly succeeded in doing that with the many commendations that John has received. 50 years, a medal and a bar for the River Colne's work of John Reeves, put up by Peter Hewson. Many, many congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guests who receive those loyalty awards aren't far away. Let's join together and say congratulations, thank you for your great service to a part of the countryside which is one of the great highlights of the British countryside. Gentlemen, congratulations, and may you enjoy your sport for many years to come. Thank you.
Come on, everybody. Anybody missing? Okay, hurry up, please. So we can make this quite a tight group, chaps. So if you jump onto that end there. Anybody else? Is that everyone? Come on, Johnny, big smile.
Can I just sneak in here?
Okay, here we are. Everybody to me. That's wonderful. Got it? Thank you very much.
Hang on, one sec.
Sorry, one more.
Sorry about that.
Well done, thank you very much.